it's time for the After the Show, and look, I'm the only one not really wearing a pastel.
Well, you have some yellow in your tie.
We're all springy.
We are.
Today.
We are springy.
We're feeling it.
It's nice. Today is the first day I have come to work without a coat.
That was great.
That's a big step
Speaking
for
of
you.
which, I just had this jacket on this morning when I came to work.
'Cause you're
Normally,
chilly.
we're all bundled up.
Yeah, I know.
That's right.
Yeah.
I didn't bring my puffy coat. I've downgraded to just a
Puffy coat.
normal coat, but it's still kind of a warm one. I don't trust it yet.
Last night when it was bedtime, I was thinking I might actually think about turning on the air conditioner last night. It was kind of warm.
You can do from your phone.
You're getting ready for a battle with Mrs. Ducey because I know you two
Oh, yeah.
have it out of
They do.
temperature a lot in your household.
She likes it cozy. I like it chilly.
But what I think is wrong, so very wrong, is that you will sit here on your app and you'll mess with the temperature as she is home, innocently sitting there, and all of a sudden you make it too hot or too cold just to test her.
I'm having some mic.
Hold on. What are you doing to her?
This is what we do all the time at work here.
Is it back scratch?
It makes it look
Scott.
like Heather is robotic.
Yes, yes.
Is it just?
Scott does a great job making sure that we are
It's out of
heard
there.
loud and clear
good?
all day long.
You know what?
We can share.
Oh, he's checking the battery door. Are you done, Scott?
Battery up?
We good?
Thanks,
we
Scott.
good? Hey, so
Aside from your Yankees hat, I think you're great.
beautiful weather here in the Northeast this weekend. Wasn't that fantastic? Just to have a great, perfect spring weather weekend.
It was.
80s today.
Hey, so I have to ask you guys something. I went to a good friend had her son go through his first communion. And so a lot of people, they go to church services for. That's sweet to see all the kids there. There was a family in front of me, and they allowed their daughters to play on their iPhone throughout the whole Mass. The row in front of that, another child was playing on his iPhone throughout the whole Mass. So I had my 5-year-old with me and said, Mommy, give me your iPhone, I want to play.
What did
and I
you
said,
do?
No, we don't do that here. And the mother in front of me turned around and she explained to me this. She said, we're agnostic. And I thought, oh no. Now what am I going to do here? So my son starts asking me, Mommy, what's agnostic? What's agnostic? I said, we'll explain it later. My question is, what do you do if you see somebody in church and they're playing on an iPhone, 2 people in church?
Was
playing
it
on their
disturbing
iPhones?
you? I mean,
It was
you couldn't hear the sound.
It was certainly
Distracting.
distracting, and I wouldn't say anything to anybody. But I'm wondering if other people have had this experience where people are screwing around on their iPhones or their personal devices during a church service. I was really surprised.
When my kids were little, and we're not agnostic, we're Catholic.
Yeah.
And when they were so little, they're not paying attention to the priest. They have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, of course.
Every Sunday, we would take coloring books and colors, and it was the same thing. They would just sit there and they would color.
Yeah.
But they would sit with us, and it was nice to be there as a family. However, they had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
And they were, over 3, 4, 5 years old.
And it got them through the service. You could actually hear the service, hear what the preacher was preaching, and they were happy.
I don't think I'd have a problem with them playing on the iPhone.
Really?
I don't. I mean,
Elizabeth, what do you think? Have you ever seen that in church?
I tend to supply the kids. In our church, they take the kids so they're in their own area doing their
That's
thing.
great.
They do
Well,
their
having
little
a ball
Bible
then, yeah.
study.
Yeah.
It's great because they actually do a study that's focused on the Word, and then we sing together. They go off together, and then we have our time, adult time. If someone's on their phone, a lot now. I actually see people taking notes on a sermon on their phone, so it's hard to tell. Are
Really?
you texting or are you getting the good book?
Yeah.
Are you looking at your
That's
online version of the
interesting.
Bible or misselect? I think it depends on what it is. As long as the volume's down.
You know what?
I don't have a problem with it, but we don't give the kids devices in church.
I think you have just invented something.
What?
I think there should be an
what?
app for kids at church where it is something religious,
Yes.
but fun.
like coloring, like a coloring Bible app.
Great, we'll keep the attention of the child.
Or a lollipop.
Steve?
I also give lollipops in church. Is that wrong?
Not at all.
And then other
Not at
kids
all.
come to me.
Yeah, I'm wondering what our viewers think of that. What do you think of that? People being on their iPhones or their personal devices in church, and if you're offended, do you do anything about it? Do you say anything about it?
Peace be with you.
But see, it's important because it bothered you because you're used to, it being a place of reverence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And
I don't blame you.
I could see that. If it was indeed distracting, you also have a right to say it. Or could you go in the back and look at that maybe? But if it keeps the kids quiet and keeps the general population there in the pews listening, I haven't been offended yet, but I could see how that would bug you.
I wonder why they even went. If they went to a religious
that was a real question.
service.
Yeah, certainly.
Oh, well.
Anyway, that's it. Have a great day, everybody.